Okay, so what I want to deal today is very simple about our practice 63 days plus what we should practice and how we should practice in our daily 10, 12, 14 or as many hours as we have, except for the time for sleeping. So it follows through the 37 factors of awakening. Actually, it exactly follows that. Even though I might not be knowing it, I'm really doing it, but it's good to know and also very good to see whether I'm getting insight as per 37 factors. And we had covered about 37 factors a long time ago, but that was a huge discussion we had. Maybe it was theoretical, but now we can make it really practical. The first thing what we're trying to do is satipatthana. Okay, that's the first thing. And in that, the first word is sati. That's what we are interested in, nothing else. Because sati is one of the key faculty, also indriya. So if I don't have sati, that means I don't have the driver. I have the car, but I don't have the driver. It makes no sense, right? Patthana. What's the meaning of patthana? Patthana is establish, to firm. Okay. So sati patthana is about being aware of everything that is happening without getting shaken up. Okay. In the Sanskrit word is prasthana. Patthana becomes prasthana. Now, prasthana means to hold, to firm it. Satipatthana is firming the mind to do a certain way without giving up. That means the awareness should be there all the time. That's the basic idea of satipatthana. Now, it's not about breath, it's not about this, that, and all of it. It's first thing we need to know is that there is this bodhi pakya dhamma. Okay? Bodhi is the Four Noble Truth. Pakya is process. Dhamma is the teaching. Bodhipakya Dhamma is about knowing the Four Noble Truths in its entirety. Now, how will I know it? Through the Satipatthana is I can take the breath to begin with. I've sat for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Now I get up. I'm getting up. There is a posture. So, Iriya Pab, four postures: sitting, standing, walking, sleeping. I need to be aware of these postures. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. No addition, no deletion, no manipulation, no thinking. Just being aware. What is awareness? What is this thing called as awareness or mindfulness? So there are two words which are used in English. Now, I focus on the sitting right now and I'm talking. I focus on the talk what I'm giving and sitting. But if I focus on the talk, the sitting is forgotten. If I am focusing on the sitting, the talk is forgotten. That means, like a camera, it can only focus at one thing at a time. You cannot focus on many things at the same time. Okay. Now, when I focus, there comes an attention, which is manasikara. So Manasikara has two aspects. One is focusing on anything it can focus. It need not be this or that. So even if it is worldly thing like a relationship, wife, there is a focus. And when there is a focus, there is an attention. So I attend to the wife, which is ayoniso manasikara, but lokiya, right? Because it really doesn't exist that way. But anyway, I have a wife. So the thing here is I am focusing and there is an attention. So there is I am attending. I can be attending to the breath, or I can attending to the posture, I can attending to the walking, I can attending to the sitting, I can attending to the standing, I can be attending to whatever it is. Now, what is awareness? What makes it aware? Awareness is a stage when there is no distraction. It's like somebody asking, have you seen a person? And instead of a person, the person becomes that whoever is being asked becomes aware of this entire body with lot of holes and apertures, skin covering the flesh, and no person exists. And he sees everywhere it is the same. So then it is unified. The chitta becomes unified. Ikkagata. That is the awareness what we are trying to develop through sati. Okay. Now, presently, as I see, I am not able to do it. Now, is there a process through which I can do it? Yes, there is a process. There are 6 ways of doing it, either one after the other or taking whatever one likes in Kayanupassana. And then what happens? I get rid of this is me through Kayanupassana. Then, while I'm watching Kaya, it is not a watertight compartment that, oh, first I do the Kaya and then I come to Vedana. No, while watching the Kaya, the feeling arises in the body, the feeling arises in the Chitta. Okay, both. There's a feeling, there is a bodily feeling, that is, in the Kaya, I get a painful physical sensation. It is dukkha vedana. And I get a light feeling of the body, irrespective whatever the mental pain I have. That lightness, as though the body doesn't exist. Like when I am seeing a program, I don't have the body feeling. I'm watching a game, a football, or volleyball, or whatever game I like, or a chess, or whatever, or even a TV show or a documentary, whatever I'm seeing. Few moments after that, there is no experience of the kaya, and that is actually neutral feeling. Okay, adukha asukha vedana. There's no kaya. It just vanishes. I'm so engrossed in that, I don't even know that this body is sitting on the chair. So, can I watch it? Can I be aware as an observer? Ah, the body has vanished. Can I do that? That will give me a neutral body feeling. Generally, this is not known except for Arya Puggala. Why? Because you have to come through Satipatthana. Only then you can find this neutral feeling. Otherwise, it's by default. You sit in a plane, you start listening to something, and after that, the body feeling is gone. So, example, Aryu took a 16.5 hour flight back home. If he was listening to various discourses and this and that, sleeping, etc., he wouldn't know a damn about his body. Even when we go to sleep every day, we don't know the body. If you are knowing the body, then you will not sleep. Because the body goes away, you can sleep. And even when I'm dozing off right now, as I want to meditate, the body goes away. So the body neutral feeling is this. Then there is pleasure, body pleasure, nothing to do with mind, body pleasure. Just like a body pain, there is no pain. And in fact, when I do like this, I feel wow, I can extend, I can expand, can do whatever I want. And the body is malleable, it is twisting itself the way I want it to twist. And that is body pleasurable feeling. So when I start watching the Kaya, the Vedana of the Kaya comes. Okay. Then, depending upon the Kaya, I can have a likable feeling, so manasa. I can have a neutral feeling, neither liking it nor disliking it, it's just neutral. And I can have a disliking feeling. And this feeling is coming through the chitta. Chitta is the mind. So the chittanupassana automatically can be seen when you are watching Kaya, it brings in the Kaya Vedana and the Chetasika Vedana or the Chitta Vedana. Like if I am able to sit tight for 1 hour, even though the body is paining, the Chitta is enjoying it. And I will tell to my friend, I was able to sit for 1 hour. I made sure. Who made sure? The Chitta made sure that there is no vikepa, distraction for that 1 hour. That is adhitthana, determination. But Kaya is not saying that, hey, please have some courtesy on me, have some compassion on me. Don't sit like that. No, you will sit. So the Kayanupassana leads to two Vedana. One is the Chetasika Vedana, one is the Kaya Vedana. And whatever Chitta Vedana or the Chetasika Vedana is the Chittanupassana. Depending upon this feeling which is arising, the coloring of the consciousness can be seen. So he says there, Saragam va Chittam. Because of the body pleasurable feeling and the sixth sense door feeling also. So my sati is not there. So when a chocolate is given, the chocolate enters into the chitta. So when the chocolate enters to the chitta, the mano vinyana will create that chocolate in the mind. The chitta has the chocolate. Even though it is coming to the jivha, that is the tongue, as just sweet or sour or whatever that is, the cocoa is really bitter, but I will find it sweet. Why? Because I like it. Because I have raga. Saragam va chittam, saragam chittam pajanati. The difference between a normal person and a satipatthana person is a satipatthana person is investigating. The normal person treats it as real. So when he puts the thing in the mouth, he doesn't get carried away by that. He now knows saragam va chittam, saragam chittam pajanat. He's not going to fight with it. The raga has come. Wow. On the chitta, the raga has come. Then he looks into it. Oh, the chitta, the raga has gone. Why? The chocolate is gone. No more raga. How beautiful. Vitaragam va chittam, vitaragam chittam pajanat. Now, in the same way, irritation has come. He doesn't fight with it. Irritation has come. Wow, superb. So, sadosam va chittam, sadosam chittam pajanati. Vitadosam va chittam, vitadosam chittam pajanati. After that event has gone, there's no longer anger or frustration or agitation or whatever that can be. Okay. Samoham va chittam, samoham chittam pajanati. That means I find the wife. Wow. Moha. I find the son. Moha. I treat this house as my house. Moha. Just watch it. Don't fight with it. Then vita moham va chittam. That means now I don't feel it. There's no feeling arising in the chitta as my house and my wife and my son, my job and my this and my that. Okay. Then sankitham. Sankitham is constriction, something holding the chitta. I don't want to do this. Somehow I don't want to do this. That is sankitham. Vikitham, distracted. I'm having distraction. The chitta, I am, is the chitta, is having distraction at this moment. Then Mahagatam, expansive. I don't see any distinction between Aryu and Ashutosh and Shreyas. I see myself in them. Chitta has Mahagatta. Amahagatta. That means my chitta is now capsuled, watertight compartment, that I am Vilas. And he is Shreyas. He is Aryu. He is Ashutosh. This way of identification is Amahagatam. Sa Uttaram. Sa Uttaram is supreme. What do you mean supreme? Purified. In that moment. Okay. Anuttaram. Then Samahitam, Asamahitam. That is Hita is good of everything. Sama, equal. So the Chitta has a color of Samahita. Samahita it doesn't have the color of that. Then Vimukta. The Chitta has no Raga Dvesha Moha. Whereas Avimukta it has Raga Dvesha Moha. This is how I can see within the Kaya, the Vedana, Kai Chetasika Vedana and Kaika Vedana. Then in the Chitta Vedana, I can see how the Chittas are coming based upon the input. Yes, sir.
Quick question on the Sauttara versus Anuttara. What's the experience of these two?
Sa Uttara is that the mind is going towards supreme but still not reached. It's going there but still not reached. Anuttara is it has established supremacy over everything.
So what is this supremacy? Is that Vimutti or?
No, it is not
what is-
vimukti. It feels supreme. It is knowledgeable of everything.
Oh, okay.
All knowledgeable. Right? Any subject, it's able to reflect upon, bring it. That is anuttara. So, for example, you ask me a question and instantly I reply and I say, this sutta has that. And you just open it up. Oh my God, how do you remember it? That is anuttara. Sauttara is, I think it is there in this sutta. I have read it long time ago and I was reading it. Like when a friend Shreyas was asking, I want to meditate on Buddha. I immediately said, read MN85 Bodhi Maharaja, that sutta, and then Lakhana Sutta DN30. No gap. Now he has been reading it, he's getting a lot of insights and he has a lot of questions. So I told him, you come on Friday. Okay. But anyway, so that is Anuttar. Now, what is this Sati, being aware? It's not I have become Anuttara. The Chitta has become Anuttara. I have not become greedy. The Chitta is carrying greed. You see this difference? I have not become Dvesha. The Chitta is carrying Dvesha. So the colors are coming on the Chitta like a color lights. Red color light is not red. Light is white. Bulb is colored red. So it looks like red light. So my thing is to watch. Now comes to dhammānupassana. Now, when I come to dhammānupassana, I need to really check one by one each one of these. So if we go to the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, while I am having this chitta, this vedana on the kaya, I am feeling like getting up. Why? Because Kama Chanda has come. Some sound coming, I'm interested in listening, or I'm hating that what is coming here. I don't want it to come, but it is coming. I want that to come, but that is not coming. This Kama Chanda. Because of that, I'm getting Vyapada. I want this one, but something else is coming, so I have Vyapada. That Vyapada is appearing in the Chitta and it is felt in the Kaya. You got the point? What is coming in the Chitta is felt in the Kaya, but what is felt in the Kaya, it need not be felt in the Chitta, which we already covered. Right? So now that mental problem, I don't want to listen to this, but I want to listen to that. That feeling comes in two, one as Domanasa, one as Kaika Vedana. I have a real painful experience. Body also becomes very sluggish, very feeling loss of energy. Why? because it's sucking off the energy. That means it is becoming midha because of thina. And thina has happened because of no virya in the chitta. I'm lacking energy in chitta and also in the kaya. And because I lack in the chitta, it is appearing in the kaya. I had my breakfast, but still I feel something I want to eat because there is no virya. I think by eating I get virya, but no. It makes me even more sluggish because the body doesn't want it actually in the first place. Now, like that, I can keep on looking at all the five nivarnas. So he gives how to sit. Santi exist, asanti don't exist. Santam va, like that. Santam va ajjhattam kamachandam attime ajjhattam kamachandoti pajanati. This pajanana is observation, becoming aware, just becoming aware, like what we spoke about awareness, that focus, attention, and now you become aware of that which has come. At present, this has come. At present, the wife has come. No wife exists, but wife comes. Not your wife, wife. That's all. No mine, just wife. Like that, if I start getting into each one of them, there is a release. Because of awareness, there is a release. Then we come to aggregates. Aggregates is whatever we have spoken. So, how does the rupa come to be? Iti rupam, iti rupasa samudaya, iti rupasa attangamo. Iti rupa is 8. Pathavi, apo, tejo, vayo, varna, rasa, gandha, oja. How does the rupa come to be? Ahara samudayo, rupa samudayo. How does the attangamo happens? Ahara nirodho, rupa nirodho. Like that, iti vedana. Chakku sampachaja vedana, kaya sampachasa vedana, like that. Then udayangama or samudaya. Hasta samudayo, vedana samudayo. Hasta nirodho, vedana attangamo. Like that for all. Then we come into ayatanas, 6 ayatanas. We have already spoken about ayatana for a long period of time. So you know chakku, rupa. Adding of these two, the phassa, provides a feeling. Anutpannasa sanyojana, that is still not come, but when it comes, you get an experience. So you know how experience is coming. And when it goes away, how the experience is going off. Like that for other 5. Then you come into the 4 noble truths. Yes.
So what exactly does samyojana here mean?
Fetters.
Is that the 10? Like kamachanda, vyapada, that or patika?
Nothing like that. The fetters is that an interestedness and disinterestedness in that sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. You will not see it in the way it should be seen. You want to see it in the way you want to see it. And that is the fetter, sanyojana. Good question. And because of that, you have dukkha. So ayatana creates dukkha. And hence the next section is bodhipakkhya dhamma or bhujjanga factors. And he starts with the 4 noble truths.
Almost synonymous. I mean, similar to padana in a sense. The
Yes.
samyojana.
Yes. So then you get into 7 awakening factors. You get awakened. oh shucks, what am I doing? So Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhamma Vichaya Sambojjhanga, Piti Sambojjhanga, Virya Sambojjhanga, Piti Sambojjhanga, then Pasiddhi Sambojjhanga, Samadhi Sambojjhanga, Upekka Sambojjhanga. This will go in detail when we. So the first thing what we started, you don't forget. Sati Patthana through Kaya. That brings in Vedana. That gets you experience of Chitta. That brings you into Dhamma. Along with that, you get Sammapadhana. That is, you will start to see what is coming and how to remove them, and what is not coming, how to develop them. So, akusala comes, you will do something to remove them. Kusala comes, you will do something to develop them. Because of Sammapadhana, you do Iddipada. Iddipada is the Chandi Iddipada, the Virya Iddipada, Chitta Iddipada, Vimamsa Iddipada. These are the 4 Iddipada, which will get developed along with your Satipatthana. But part of it, we'll again go through it as we practice in these 63 days. Then, along with that, while the Iddipada is working, Chanda means interest, that will make you determined, energy, Virya. That will give you an impetus to make the Chitta work in a way it should work. So you will stop going behind the Akusala and only developing Kusala. Okay, you will do all out effort in a fear that the same 6 senses will get into a new life. So you don't want like that. So because that is the dukkha. So you will do everything to come out of that dukkha. So you get into, apart from the Virya Iddipada, Chitta Iddipada, and Vimamsa, investigation, where you get the Panya. Okay. Along with that, while that is developing, your 5 Indriyas will start to shine. You read Dhammā Sutta 48.8, SN 48.8. Dhammā Sutta. It talks about 5 Indriyas. What is Saddha Indriya? Having faith in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and Arya Kante Sila. Then what is the Sati Indriya? Chattaro Satipatthana. What is Virya? Sammapadhana. Right? Then what is Samadhi? Samadhi is the 4 jhanas. What is the Panya? Panya is 4 noble truths. Okay? So we need to look it in this way. When you look it in this way, you get that energy. Yes, I can do it. And I can do it is what is required. Now you will do it in all situations. It need not be only going to a retreat and sitting there. You will be able to do it in all the situations. And you will stop to feel remorse feeling. I don't know what I've done in the past. What will this happen, that happen? You'll say, forget all about it. I know I can do it. While this is getting developed, the bala gets developed because each one will kick out the negativity. That is, the same sati as a bala will kick out distractedness. And the virya will remove the sluggishness of both the body and the mind. And then the samadhi will kick out the feeling of dissatisfaction. I'm going behind senses because I don't know how I can get any other enjoyment. This jhanic enjoyment is far, far, far better than the sensual. So it kicks out this guy. And the panya, wisdom, will remove ignorance. Saddha will make sure that you're not born in a wrong place. And since the bala is there, 7 bojjhanga factors are getting developed. Then finally you get Aryattangika Magga. How did you get it? How did you get this result? And you can 100% come to know you are an Arhat, you are an Anagami, you are a Sakadagami, you are a Sotapan. Through this. This is the 37 factors of awakening. This we need to practice, starting with Kayanupassana, breath watching, no problem. Watch the breath. Don't worry about anything. There's Arya, Anarya, this, that. Don't add flavors to it. It's like making a pizza out of nothing. Don't do it. Okay. Now, while you're doing it, a question would come. When will I see anicca, dukkha, anatta in this? While you see this, the breath going in is arising. It's touching, going somewhere. But the breath cannot stay there. It comes down. Udayangama, Attangama. And can I not see it? I can see it. Every breath going reduces one breath. A second breath. Like that, from the time I've been born till today, how many breaths have gone? If the breath stops, I am dead. Whatever was I am is dead. Doesn't it create an urgency of Marananasati right now? If you look at Marananasati, there's one sutta where Buddha asks, how are you doing Marananasati? One bhikkhu tells him, I practice, I don't even know whether the next breath will come or not. I'm practicing like that. He says, good, good, good. That's how you should practice. Put that. Why you should go behind anicca? Searching what is anicca. Is that your breath? Everybody is breathing. That is anatta. Can you make the breath behave in one particular way? No. Even with pranayama, you can do for a little extent, but you can't do it forever. Not possible. So, we know for sure breath is going away, breath doesn't stay. Breath is a connection between the body, kaya, chitta, mind. They both are interlinked. What appears in the chitta appears in the kaya. What appears in the kaya need not appear in the chitta because of the breath change. So one knows the breath, knows everything. Fine. Done. The standing, sitting, walking, talking, whatever. I can now see the breath keeps on changing. If too much of a breath change means kaya sankhara, assaphassa, vitakka vichara, vachi sankhara. Okay, then it affects the feeling, vedana, and sanya, chitta sankhara. Simple. And when chitta sankhara happens, where it will be shown? Chitta anupassana. Now I just observe, yeah, saragam va chittam has come. Or sadosam va chittam has come. Samoham chittam has come. Why? Breath has changed. It appeared there. Heartbeat has increased for that material to come. Let's say I've ordered something on Amazon. I'm waiting desperately for it to arrive. What changes? Breath. And thanks to Ariyu, he has gifted this watch. So the heartbeat will increase from 97 to 103, 110, 120. The more the excitement, the more the heartbeat changes. So I know, aha, saragam vachittam. I'm getting angry. Dosam vachittam. I'm feeling if I get that material from Amazon, life is done. Samoham vachittam. Simple things, not I have to sit and do 100 different things. In your normal life, you can find out. It is so simple, actually. Not that I have to sit all the 8 hours, watch the breath. That's not going to work. Initially, it works because you have to condition in a different way. But that's not the only condition. After that, Vedana. After that, it automatically becomes Chitta. After that, Dhamma. And when you are on the Dhammanupassana, you get all of these other factors. That is Sammapadhana. Because you have to kick out these guys who are made home. You have to kick out the akusala and bring in kusala because you know that they are very dangerous. So you kick them out. Once you kick them out, Sammapadhana, you get Iddipada. Chanda, to kick them, interest to kick them out and stay in a very peaceful state. Right? And because of that, your Indriya is getting established. Because Indriya is getting established, Bala is getting established. Bala is getting established, Satta Bodhjanga can be seen. Since you have seen the Satta Bodhjanga, Arya Attangika Magga, that path till Arhat becomes accessible. Now you can celebrate. So 63 days, what I wanted you to experience is the Bodhipakya Dhamma. 37 factors of awakening. You know for sure you have awakened from a deep sleep of ignorance to in-depth knowledge or wisdom of what is reality. It's not about sitting, it's not about standing, it's not about walking, it's not about talking, it's in all the postures. Because the Indriya Samvara is happening along with this. If I have Sati, Indriya Samvara happens. If there is no Sati, there is no Indriya Samvara. And that is the reason I was telling is that if the Sila is broken, the Sati will not be there. If Sati is not there, nothing will work. In the Samannapala Sutta, he gives all of that Sila because it is creating awareness. What should be done, what should not be done, what should be done, what should not be done, what should be done and what should not be done. You will become so proficient in that there is no need to again specifically say to Sati. So he jumps that and comes to Samadhi because he wants to cover Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Sati is an observer. Sati is not a state of the mind. The driver is an observer. He observes the road. Where should I drive now? Oh, there's a traffic jam. I should do something. Oh, shucks. The road is blocked. Now what should I do? Should I park the car to the side? Shall I wait for someone? That is the Satipatthana. Yes.
I have a question. So, I think previously you said this asukha dukkha vedana is generally not seen because generally people don't have sati, and the sati generally only Arya has it. Does that mean only Arya will have satipatthana? So other schools of training don't have a satipatthana?
Other schools will not be able to say what is a neutral bodily feeling.
Does that mean but also they don't develop satipatthana at all?
Try it out and see.
No, I'm just wondering, other schools don't develop satipatthana. So that's one major difference.
No, the entire 37 factors of awakening itself is not there.
Yeah, sure, but there are different schools. I mean, Noble Path in yoga, they're similar thing, but the Satipatthana seems you're saying it's unique.
All the 37 is not there. Again, I repeat, all the 37 are not there. The 5 indriyas are there in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, but it doesn't say how to develop them. Other than Patanjali Yoga Sutra, nowhere you will find these 37 factors of awakening.
Yeah, I was thinking the yoga, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra.
Yes, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. No.
Say Noble Path.
No. The thing is like this: limitation and imitations. Right? You should have some schools of thoughts have imitation, they imitate. Some schools have thought have limitation, they don't imitate. Genuinely, it is there, but they have limitation. The limitation here is that it doesn't say how. That's the limitation. Imitation is use the same words. Oh, you have that, I will also use that. How will you do it? No, there's nothing to be done. That's all. You just recite. Sufficient. That is imitation. God will take care of you. If you say this name, God will take care of you. Is imitation. You imitate. Limitation is genuinely you have the practice, but yet you don't have a way of getting there. So in the Buddha Dhamma, the major difference here is the 37 factors of awakening, which you yourself will come to know. Forget about asking anyone. See,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just curious. Sati seems like a pretty fundamental concept. I'm surprised it's not mentioned anywhere else. If that's what you're saying.
I think you are mistaking it. I didn't say that. I'm saying limitation, imitation.
Okay.
In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he talks about smriti, which is sati. Okay, pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smritayaha. This he calls it as klishta, aklishta. Klishta means obstacle, aklishta means obstacle-less. Meaning, if you are mindful, then it becomes aklishta. If you are not mindful, it becomes klishta. But then the question comes, how? He explains, but what is the how? So you have to go through all the four. So samadhi pada, sadhana pada, vibhuti pada, kaivalya pada to know. Okay. Now coming to this, the 37 factors which is included under the Satipatthana. You take one, you will get to know the others. You don't have to specifically do something about the others. See, I don't have to go through savikalpa samadhi and then remove the whole thing and become nirvikalpa samadhi. Sabija samadhi, nirbija samadhi. I don't have to do many things. Okay. And Patanjali Yoga Sutra stops at samadhi. That's the main intent. Under that, panya is there. But in the Buddha teaching, sila is sila, samadhi is samadhi, panya is panya. They are not something like, I only have sila and the samadhi and panya will develop. No. I only have samadhi, sila and panya will develop. No. I only have panya, sila and samadhi will develop. No. You require all the three like a tripod. Clear? There's another difference. Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about yama and niyama. Hardly people will care about it. They feel that they already have it. That is ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, shaucha, santosha, swadhyaya, shaucha, santosha, tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara, pranidhana. Last one is the most difficult one. There is no I, mine, myself. Just like what Buddha says, eso na mama, eso na ahamasmi, eso me atta.
Yeah, the standards seem pretty high in this yama and niyama.
Now, one who does yama niyama will know how to control the prana, which is what a satipatthana is. The energy is going out. Now you pull it back from the senses, you pull it back. That is pranayama. Not the like that. That is bullshit thing. That's not pranayama. Right? Your yama is regulating the prana from going out. And hence you have to cut the ahara, pratya ahara, through asana, through a posture. In whichever posture you are in, sukhasanam. No, not what are you doing? That's foolishness again. Sukhasana. In whichever posture you are in, yama has to be followed, niyama has to be followed, pranayama has to be followed. Why? Because ahara samudayo, rupa samudayo. Ahara nirodho, rupa nirodho. This is missing in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. If you do the Buddha Dhamma, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is like a easy, a pratyahara. Then you do these 5 completely. The other 3 will get established. That is dharana, dhyana, samadhi. That is Ashtanga Yoga. Yes.
And then so Buddha go to jnana and vimutti, which is not there.
That's correct. Now, in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the highest is samadhi. In the Buddha teaching, highest is panya vimukti, cheto vimukti. Vimukti is the highest, not in samadhi. The samadhi state of Patanjali will take you to 8 jhana and stops there. So the highest is 31st realm. Got it? So it's Turiya. So if I am following Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it takes me to the highest of the samadhi, which is 8 jhana. Which I had asked you, if you come to Bangalore, I'll teach you. That one.
And because I guess and if sati is not all the time, then whenever you come out, you again will lose that then.
Right. So Patanjali starts with yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Perfect one. Buddha talks about how vritti comes to be. This whole thing is about stopping the vritti. Vritti means modification. So you are observing saragam va chittam pajanati, vitaragam va chittam vitaragam chittam pajanati. You are doing pajanana. You are observing. You are not reacting. Here you are suppressing. You are forcing it. It goes, but gets you to a new birth when right opportunity comes. And that is the reason, I think you asked yesterday, yesterday I think you asked, right? That why he left Alara Kalama, and did you ask, or who asked? I don't know. Somebody is asking me, why did he leave Alara Kalama, Udakarama Putta? That Goan friend. I keep on talking so much Dhamma to so many people, now I am lost whom I am talking what. So yeah, he was asking me. Yes, Arya.
Yeah, in the 4 Iddhipadana, there is this vimamsa.
Investigation, which is panya.
That's investigation. So how is it different from Dhamma Vishaya or something like that?
Dhamma Vishaya is you take a Vishaya and investigate. In the Iddhipada, what you get is Vimamsa Iddhipada. That means ability to investigate. Yes, Ashutosh.
Sir, I wanted to ask you one thing. Like, there are 2 words. Like, one is pajanati and one is sampajanati. So, what is the difference between?
We have spoken over it for so many days, but I can give you a summary of it. You observing it is pajanana. You making somebody observe it is sampajanana.
I am what have you said? If I am observing it, it is pajanati. If I am making someone else.
Yes. Like some third party you are observing it, it becomes sampajana.
Suppose now I am observing you. Now I am doing sampajana. When I am observing myself, it is pajanati. Correct?
So when I'm observing as an observation, right? Not having raga, dvesha, moha in that, okay, it becomes pajanati. If you take it like a camera, which is watching all your movements, all your thoughts, all your emotions, everything is sampajanana. That is,
and when we are
yes, go ahead.
so when we are doing satipatthana, like kayanupasana, vedanupasana, chittana, like all the four. So if we are being aware of all these four, that means we
Pajanana.
are doing sampajanati.
Pajanana.
Pajanana.
That's the reason in the Satipatthana he doesn't use Sampajana, except for Sampajana Pabbam. There is no other place where he uses Sampajanana. He just says Pajanati.
Like pajanati means like when ajitta and bahidda, when we are doing bahidda, we are doing sampajana.
No. You are coming to know what is outside. What is inside is what is outside. Iti ajjattam.
Both of them together is sampajana.
No, why are you bringing that? If you are doing Indriya Samvara, if you are doing through an Indriya Samvara, then it becomes Sampajanana. Sampajanana. That is some part of Sammasati. It has two aspects in the Sammasati. One is Pajanana and Sampajanana. In the Sammasati, if you are doing an observation, Janana is to know. Pajanana is to completely know. If you are knowing your breath completely, the arising, staying and passing away of the breath, arising, staying and passing away of the body, arising, staying and passing away of the six senses, arising, passing and being away, arising, staying and passing away of the Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Akasa, then you are done Pajanana. Whereas if you are doing Animitta and non-describing it in all the postures, that is Sampajana. Yes, Aryu.
Okay, understood.
I guess that's why I understand now why in the end too it goes in that order, because for Sila you require Sati as well, but then he go to Indriya Samvara and then Sati Sampajanya. So that Sati Sampajanya is a higher standard than just having Sati.
Absolutely. So in the yes, Shatosh.
So sir, when we are doing satipatthana, so like you said, we have to be mindful of all the four patthana, like kayanupasana, vedana, chitta. Suppose now we are observing our body. Whenever any vedana appears on the body, we have to be aware of the vedana also. The body posture, at the same time vedana, at the same time feeling.
No,
at
it
the same time the
automatically
nature.
comes. So when 1 minute, I think you are totally misunderstood. While you are watching Kaya, you will start to get the feeling. Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you doing anything special for knowing the feeling?
No.
So you start with Pajanati. What Pajanati? You are getting bodily painful sensation, bodily pleasurable sensation. The neutral sensation you have to observe. That is Ariya. But other two anybody can make out. In the Chitta, you get Somanasa, Domanasa, Upekha. And that Chitta, which you get Somanasa, Domanasa, Upekha, is coming from Chitta Anupassana. So you start watching the Chitta itself. Then you know Saragam va Chittam, Vitaragam va Chittam, Sadosam va Chittam, Vitadosam va Chittam, Samoham va Chittam, Vitamoham va Chittam, Sankittam va Chittam, Vikittam va Chittam, like that.
So what I am asking is, suppose now I started my sati with my body. I am being aware, being mindful of my body. The moment Vedana appears, now my sati is, I am not like my sati is reached to the level of Vedana.
No, in the Kaya itself, Vedana is appearing, Ashutosh. There is no separation.
So the moment, what I'm trying to say, like maybe I'm not, understood completely. So
Correct. That's what I feel.
need
You
your
are
help.
not understood it.
So I need.
So let me give you
So what
clarity. Let me give you clarity right
Okay,
now
first.
as I speak. So now I'm
Okay.
speaking. Now I'm speaking. Is that a Kaya Sankhara or Vachi Sankhara? What Sankhara it is?
Can I speak? How when we speak is thought is Vachi Sankhara, because we think then we speak.
It's Vachi Sankhara. Where is the Vachi Sankhara coming from? From the
Mind and body,
mind.
from the thought.
From
Mind,
the
yes.
Chitta
Vachi
Sankhara. From the Chitta
Mm.
Sankhara, because of the feeling and perception, feeling of your question hitting my body, right? You're asking me a question where it is hitting?
my my body.
Where?
Ear, like when I'm listening to you, like
When you're
ear.
talking, it's coming here.
Yes.
Stotancha paticcha saddesa upajjati sota vinyanam. Thinna sangati phasso. Phassa pachaya vedana. Vedana pachaya tanha. Or yam vedeti tam sanjanati. Right? Now, what is the problem here? The feeling also has chitta. Yes or no?
Yes.
What chitta?
Correct.
What chitta I'm having? Sadosam va chittam sadosam chittam pajanati. I'm observing this dosa cup coming because you're asking me a question which is irritating me. So how will be my voice?
With dosha, like there is a dosha in your voice.
And that is the reason our friend Aryu asked me, are you angry with me or are you frustrated with me? Are you agitated? I've seen you, Vilas. Whenever I ask question, you feel irritated. Why? This
But you must be feeling the.
Aryu is feeling that energy hitting him like with dosa. Whether I sent it with dosa or not is secondary. But what hit him made him dosa. And hence it is pajanana. It can't be sampajanana. So you didn't do anything on specifically on the chitta or on the dhamma. But the vedana you are able to understand through the kaya. Because in the kaya, the six senses are there. Yes?
Yes, understood.
Okay. So if you go through Satipatthana, what it says? So satova asasati. Satova passasati. Dhigam va asasanto asasami iti pajanati. Because that is a doorway between the mind and the body. Correct? So,
Correct.
then he says what? This rasam. Dhigam va rasam va. Then Sabbakaya pati samvedi asasissameti sikkati. Sabbakaya. What is that Sabbakaya? Rupakaya. That is, what two kayas are there? Namakaya, Rupakaya. Sabbakaya pati samvedi asasissameti sikkati. Here he has used sikkati. He learns to observe what is happening in the Namakaya. Is phassa vedana sanya chetana manasikara, and the rupakaya, which is patavi apo tejo vayu. Yes, are you?
In general, I think in the Anapanasati Sutta, it says the first four corresponds to Kaya Nupassana, right? So I'm wondering why this Sabbe Kaya corresponds to even the Namakaya as well, because
You read then Anapana Sati Katha, where he explains what is Kaya, Kayanu Viharati, what
oh
is.
yeah,
There he has mentioned what is Sabbakaya. Yes, Ashutosh.
So, sir, now I have understood what you are trying to say, that if any objects comes to our sensor door, it is going to affect all the kaya, vedana, chitta, and dhamma.
Correct. Very correct. I appreciate you. 100 marks. Take it. Enjoy.
So, the moment we are being aware of kaya, because whatever happens, it is going to happen through kaya. It will first reach to the kaya, then vedana, then the feeling, then the chitta, and then dhamma. All these four.
Done. Good. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
It comes.
And one
Yes.
more.
Yes.
No, you please continue.
No,
First
no, you finish.
because
You
I'm
finish.
going to
You finish.
because I'm going to ask you some other questions. So first you done with this thing, then we will ask another question.
Okay. So,
If you want to say something, anything, I guess related to this.
no, I don't have anything. So, Sabbakaya Pati Samvedi Passam Bhayankaya Sankharam. Now, most important is to create samatha. Passam Bhayankaya Sankharam is samatha. You tranquilize, you pacify. Come on, it's okay. Okay. Hold on, sir. Hold on. In that Kayanupassana, the Vedana is seen. Vedananupassana, the Chitta is seen. Chittanupassana, the Dhamma is seen.
Correct.
Okay. And then Passam Bhayam Kaya Sankharam Asasi Sameti Sikhati, learns. Not Pajanati, learns. Okay, then he says, say yathapi bhikkave bhamakaro bhamakare kanti vasiva blah blah blah, that we believe it. Iti ajjattam va kaye kayanupassi viharati vahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati ajjatta vahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati. Nobody asks why he is using like that. What is ajjatta, what is bahidda, and what is ajjatta bahidda? First thing ajjata is you see this body and you know that there is nothing in there. If you tackle kaya, it will bring you vedana. If you tackle vedana, it will come into chitta. If you tackle chitta, it comes into dhamma. Where did the kaya go? Vanished. Where did the vedana go? Vanished. Where did chitta go? Also vanished. Where did the dhamma go? That also vanished. Almost. Bahidda also same. Pathavi is Pathavi. This Ajjatta Bahidda, it's same. Apo is Apo. Tejo is Tejo. Vayo is Vayo. Phassa is Phassa. Then Vedana is Vedana. Sanya is Sanya. Sankhara is Sankhara. Vijnana is Vijnana. No I. So there is nothing called mind, this one and that one. Yes, Ashutosh.
So, sir, we have to be mindful of arising, staying, and passing away, like completely, three of them.
Uppadatiti Bhanga. Not only Bhanga, Uppadatiti Bhanga.
Right. Now, one more thing I want to ask you about samyojana. Like samyojana means you are talking. Samyojana means 10 fetters, right?
Fetters, not 10 fetters. Fetters.
10 fetters is different than samyojana.
But what he is talking as a fetter between the chakku and the object, the rupa, is a fettered. There's a sanyojana happening because of something coming in there.
Samyojana means like joint, like
Join, yes.
First size.
Samyojana is to join like this. Like what I'm showing this hand, right? It is joined, conjoined.
Yes. Yes.
That is sanyojana. Dasa sanyojana is with relation to your liberation. These are
Okay.
joined like this. So first one is Visikicha. Second one is Shila Bitta Paramasa. Third one is Takhaya Ditti. Fourth one is Kamachanda. Fifth one is Vyapada. Sixth one is Ruparaga. Seventh one is Aruparaga. Eighth one is Udacha. Ninth one is Mana. 10th one is Avidya.
So like this one is yoga, and this is some yoga.
Yeah, some yoga. It's
Some
like
yoga.
bound up like this. Now you try removing it. If I show you like this, you feel it from the beginning. It is like this.
So we all have born with these 10 fetters, and our job is to remove these 10 fetters through Buddha Dharma.
That is for liberation.
That is for liberation, yes.
But each one of these, eye to an object and ear to a sound and nose to a smell, is also samyojana, right?
Right. Understood. That is different kind of samyojana. The samyojana means like to join, like something
To
is
join.
joining.
Yes, you join
Something
it.
is,
You take
the
a
sixth
nail.
alayatana is getting touched. Yes.
You take 2 planks of wood and you nail it in such a way that you can't even remove it. It looks like one single piece of wood, right? And that is what is samyojana.
Yes, understood. When like eye is when our eye is joined with the sight, so we are not able to separate it. We think that eye and the sight both are same.
Yes, exactly. The experience makes it as though you are enjoying it or suffering with it.
Yes.
Okay, Aryu wants to drop off in 2 minutes. I have got 15 minutes. If you want, we can continue or we can also drop off. So this is the meditation. What we are going to do, don't forget. Kaya brings you to Vedana, Vedana brings you Chitta, Chitta brings you to Dhamma, and also Sammapadhana.
Or
Yes.
so even with the watching breath, we can be mindful of all these 4 things. Suppose
Yes.
now I am watching my breath.
When did I
I'm
say
also
no?
feeling all these 4.
When did I say no? But you have to be on that all the time.
Yes.
But you can't be on breath all the time. So then you should be quickly shifting to that.
Suppose now I am watching my breath. Breath. When the moment breath is coming to my nostril, it is going to make some sensation, feeling. So now Kaya Anupasana is happening. Now Vedana Anupasana is happening at the same time, because the moment the Phassa will happen, Vedana is going to be there.
Correct.
So Vedana is going to then something will appear in the Chitta also, but because the Sangya is there, because I'm knowing Vijnana is there. So so with the breath also we can do 4 of these, like Kaya, Vedana, and Chitta and Dhamma.
Yes, you can do.
Vitana
But,
Pansati.
no, what I'm saying you can do. But thing is, when an object comes, you need to be observant of that object also. So you should know how to shift it, or you should know how the breath is shifting.
Yes, correct.
That is the only change. Otherwise, nothing. Yes, Aryu.
Today I have a thought, it's like a kind of a small insight of how I feel how satis develop. I feel like, let's say you watch the breath, like, so that's your awareness is this much, but your surface level attention only is a small portion of that. So when you keep on watching the breath, it permeates the entire kind of your awareness, then it becomes like a background process almost. And now it's always there. So whenever something happens, this is still happening, and you can quickly go back to that. That's how I feel it's developing.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Good one. Okay, so now with this input, you can be watching it all throughout the day. That is sati. And being in that is sampajanya, because the indriya gutta dvara is closed. So you can do it a complete practice throughout your waking time. Yes, sir. You.
Yeah, that's a quick note. I feel something that make it more click for me today than before is that, like, previously my understanding is my attention has to be on the breath all the time, but then it becomes frustrating because it's not possible. But now I realize this awareness of watching the breath is the sati. So you said you can watch anything now as long as you're aware. So I think that relaxation allowed me to develop it better than previously.
Perfect. Good. Very nice. Appreciated. Yes, Ashutosh.
So, sir, like when we are observing the breath, so we can't be mindful of the breath 24 hours
Correct.
all the time.
Correct.
So because now, suppose now we are doing some work, the other object will come into the sense door. So we have to mindful of that object at that time.
Exactly. That's all. Don't worry about the
Yes,
breath.
that how. Yes, and that time this mental this object how this object is how this object is affecting our four like kaya, vedana, and chitta, all the four.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. Okay, sir. Now.
Okay. So let's end for today. I think Aryu is also got up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Shreyas has already left.
Also.
So let us also leave. And again, if you want, we will talk about it in the evening. Based upon what you have done today, we will talk today in the evening.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Done.
All
I
right.
will see you. I will see you in the evening.
Okay. Bye bye. Good
See you.
day
Thank you.
and
Bye-bye.
good night, Aryu.
Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night, Aryu.